Hello, you're tuning in the English News Bulletin on QPVN channel. I'm Cho Nguyễn, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. Vietnam and Japan boasted defense cooperation in new period. Sailing vessel 286 Liquidon wraps up visit to Indonesia and Brunei. Nha Trang International Drone Light Show, a new tourism product of Khánh Hòa. On August the 6th, at the government headquarters, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính received Japanese Minister of Defense Kihara Minoru. Prime Minister Chính expressed gratitude to the Japanese government and people for sending their condolences to the Vietnamese government and people on the passing of General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng. He expressed his delight at the development of the relationship between Vietnam and Japan, including defense cooperation with typical activities of delegation exchanges, personnel training, and technical transfer. Appreciating the results of the talks between the guest and his Vietnamese counterpart, General Phan Van Giang, taking place earlier the day, Prime Minister Chính expressed confidence that with the development momentum of the bilateral relations, this year defense cooperation between Vietnam and Japan would be further strengthened in contribution to the relationship between the two countries. From August the 5th to the 6th, Japanese Defense Minister Kihara Minoru paid an official visit to Vietnam. On August the 6th in Hanoi, General Phan Van Giang, Vietnamese Minister of National Defense, chaired the official welcoming ceremony and held talks with his counterpart Kihara Minoru. Welcoming Japanese Defense Minister, General Phan Van Giang noted that Kihara Minoru's visit to Vietnam strengthened the positive ties between the two nations and helped to advance the comprehensive strategic partnership for peace and prosperity in Asia and the world that was established in 2023, which includes defense cooperation. Minister Kihara Minoru thanked General Phan Van Giang and the Vietnamese Ministry of National Defense for their cordial welcome and sent his profound condolences to Vietnam over the passing of General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng. During the talks, the parties reached an agreement that over the years, in addition to the positive development of the bilateral relationship, Vietnam and Japan's defense ties have consistently grown, deepened, and become more substantial, deserving to be one of the key pillars of the bilateral relationship, particularly in areas like overcoming the consequences of wars, training, military medicine, search and rescue, UN peacekeeping, and regular consultation at regional forums, particularly within the framework of the ADMM+. At the talks, the two sides discussed the world and regional situations of mutual concern. Regarding maritime issues, General Phan Van Giang emphasized that Vietnam persistently pursues the policy of resolving all disputes by peaceful means on the basis of international law, regional commitments, especially the 1982 UN clause, the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the East Sea, and promoting negotiations on a substantive and effective code of conduct of parties in the East Sea. At the end of the talks, the two sides exchanged a letter of agreement and the minutes of implementation of Japan's transfer of two multi-purpose material transport vehicles for search and rescue operations. Earlier on the morning of August the 6th, a high-ranking delegation from the Japanese Ministry of Defense led by Japanese Defense Minister Minoru Kihara laid a wreath and visited President Ho Chi Minh's mausoleum. On the occasion of the 63rd anniversary of the Day for Agent Orange Dachshund Victims, August the 10th, 1961, August the 10th, 2024. On the afternoon of August the 6th, Deputy Defense Minister, Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến, head of the Standing Office of the National Steering Committee on the Settlement of Post-War Unexploded Ordnance and Toxic Chemical Consequences, or Steering Committee 701 in short, visited and presented gifts to the Hanoi Center for Caring, Nurturing, and Treating Victims of Agent Orange Dachshund. The event saw the attendance of Lieutenant General Nguyễn Hữu Chính, President of the Vietnam Association for Victims of Agent Orange, and the U.S. Ambassador to Vietnam, Mark Napper. General Chiến met and visited the staff, especially the victims being treated and cared for at the Hanoi Center for Caring, Nurturing, and Treating Victims of Agent Orange Dachshund. Speaking at the meeting, General Chien emphasized that, although the war ended a long time ago, millions of Vietnamese people, as was the third and fourth generation children of Agent Orange victims born in peace, continue to live with the impacts of the war every day. Easing the pain of Agent Orange is a humanitarian gesture that calls for the involvement of the entire political system. It's a call from ethics and responsibility of the whole community. General Chien requested the Steering Committee 701, the National Action Center for Toxic Chemicals and Environmental Treatment, or NACET in short, to work closely and effectively with relevant agencies and units to study the support center's proposals and to propose and report to the Ministry of National Defense for consideration and support for victims and their families, ensuring timeliness and increasing practicality. He also asked Ambassador Mark Napper to continue urging the U.S. Agency for International Development to work closely with NACET to effectively carry out the project to improve the quality of life for Agent Orange victims. Ambassador Napper emphasized that cooperation in overcoming the consequences of war is the foundation for U.S. and Vietnam to build trust, demonstrate their commitment, and move towards the bilateral relationship to its current comprehensive strategic partnership. He expressed his belief that with their shared commitment to the common good, the U.S. and Vietnam will continue to close the past and create a better future for Agent Orange victims. As part of the visit, exchange and experience sharing with the Philippine Coast Guard, on the morning of August the 6th in Manila, the Philippines, the Vietnam Coast Guard delegation paid a courtesy call on Admiral Ronnie Gilgavin, commander of the Philippine Coast Guard, and visited the force headquarters. During the exchange, the two sides agreed to maintain their cordial relationship, foster great mutual understanding and trust, and periodically exchange information and coordinate support for law enforcement duties, search and rescue missions, and maritime protection between the two forces on the basis of international law. Both sides firmly believe that with unwavering resolve, their collaboration between the Philippine Coast Guard and the Vietnam Coast Guard will blossom into a vibrant, noteworthy example of maritime law enforcement cooperation in the region, helping to uphold and guarantee safety and security for peace and stability. Also on August the 6th, sailing vessel 286 Lake Quidon and the delegation of the Vietnam People's Navy arrived at Nha Trang Military Port, successfully wrapped up their exchange visit to the Indonesian Navy and the Royal Brunei Navy. The trip served as a long-distance sea training for the final year cadets of the Naval Academy, ensuring absolute safety of personnel and equipment. After more than 30 days of operations at sea, covering nearly 3,000 nautical miles, the delegation accomplished its objectives. The success of the trip has strengthened the friendly and cooperative relationships between the Vietnam People's Navy and the navies of Indonesia and Brunei, marking a new development in training young officers between Vietnam and these two countries. The visit aims at enhancing exchange activities, friendship, cooperation, and mutual trust among officers, sailors, and cadets of the navies of the three countries, contributing to raising the status and reputation of the Vietnam People's Army, Navy Service, and the Naval Academy, leaving a good impression and strengthening defense relations between our military and the navies of the countries.
This is agreed that Lake Quang, the tall ship of Vietnam Navy to port visit in Surabaya will come, and there are activity here like courtesy call to the leader of the Navy and to give cooperation activity with Indonesian Naval Academy. I think it's good for the relationship of two countries.
Throughout the voyage, the cadets of the Naval Academy continuously honed their skill, familiarizing themselves with long-term working conditions amidst the waves, conducting sea incident response drills, and gaining experience to serve their future work. After completing the over 30-day sea voyage, my fellow cadets and I have successfully accomplished the assigned task. We're able to apply in-class knowledge to the real-world maritime environment. Through this trip, I feel that I have matured significantly. During the shift, we consistently conducted real-world scenarios such as avoiding collision.
Đối với chuyến đi này, chúng tôi đã đặt mục tiêu huấn luyện các nội dung
requiring cadets to analyze and propose the best possible measures and solutions.
Chúng tôi luôn luôn huấn luyện.
This mission is an important foundation for the Naval Academy and the Navy Service to develop training plans for cadets in the coming years, providing opportunities to participate in long-distance sea training and engage in defense diplomatic tasks. Coming up next, Vietnamese rice ranks top position in Southeast Asian market. Nha Trang International Drone Light Show, a new tourism product of Khánh Hòa. According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore are the largest rice export markets of Vietnam. In the first 7 months of 2024, Vietnam exported 1.98 million tons of rice to the Philippines, ranking the first position. Indonesia ranked the second with 830,000 tons. Vietnam exported around 500,000 tons of rice in July 2024, earning $290 million. Vietnam exported 5.18 million tons of rice in the first 7 months of 2023, bringing in $3.27 billion. This is a 5.8% increase in volume and a 25.1% increase in value over the last same period in 2023. At $632 per ton, the average price for rice export increased by 18.2% from the same time in the previous year. In the world rice market last week, Vietnam's 5% broken rice was offered at $560 per ton on August the 1st, compared to $550 to $560 per ton a week earlier. Although our country's rice supply is currently not high, the quality of the rice is quite good, so the price increased slightly. In recent days, the coastal city of Nha Trang has been in the spotlight with the organization of the Nha Trang International Light Bay Festival 2024, which is such a new tourism product, one that is expected to help stimulate tourism demand in Khánh Hòa province. Nha Trang Khánh Hòa, which is not only bestowed with blue sea, white sand and golden sunshine, but also is well known for unique festivals, attracting tourists from near and far. With the light displays using drones, Nha Trang International Light Festival 2024 has recreated ancient world wonders, Nha Trang coastal city, and cultural symbols of Vietnam. The vivid and brilliant images in the sky not only satisfied viewers, but also demonstrate creativity and advanced technology. This is one of the meticulously choreographed performances. There are artists controlling the drones behind, and the drones created wonders, which is so impressive. I couldn't decide which team is better. During the festival, the hotel room occupancy in Nha Trang averages over 90%. In addition, the event recorded millions of live views on TV channels and social media platforms, along with thousands of domestic and international newspapers reporting on the event. This fact not only proves the attraction of the festival, but also affirms the position of Nha Trang Khánh Hòa as a leading tourist destination. During the festival, we'll continue to offer unique products to tourists. We just want to provide innovative tourism products to better serve visitors. Through this festival, Nha Trang City in particular and Khánh Hòa in general reaffirmed themselves as an impressive destination on the tourist map of Vietnam and the world as well. 2 Guinness World Records presented are a testament to the unceasing efforts in developing new, unique, and attractive tourism products. We set 2 Guinness World Records for our success in showing off the beauty of Vietnamese culture. This is a unique tourism product in not only Nha Trang Khánh Hòa, but also Vietnam. In the future, we'll continue to organize Light Festival, which is a trademark of Khánh Hòa. Nha Trang International Light Festival 2024 is a success, bringing once-in-a-lifetime experiences to visitors. The event contributes to the strong development of Khánh Hòa tourism sector. With the beautiful image of Nha Trang Khánh Hòa tourism widely spread through this event, Khánh Hòa province will annually organize this kind of event. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at qpvn.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.